Borderlands 3 every Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm your host, ZD Zach Dawson of the Iamacreator community. If you guys are joining in, want to catch more BL3 and catch the feature ending before I pick up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake by September 4th in a couple months, be sure to hit that red support button. You guys are new in the chat. You guys can also smash the like button, tweet it out, share, comment, add them to a playlist. If you guys have a Twitter in the chat, you guys can follow me on Twitter anytime you like. I'm not that hard to find, basically. And I'm also I also came back from Subway earlier today and still for a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours at least. Well, we watch our videos in full. Like them in full, share them, tweet them out, add them to a playlist. If you guys have any questions about the idol, you guys can vote Aladdin or the Greatest Showman. Well, like I said, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you like. So, you guys can also vote for the idol. Aladdin's at 27, and the Greatest Showman is at 12. What's up, Zombie? How are you tonight? So at least you're the first one to come in the chat of the Iamacreator community. So how is everyone doing tonight? Hope you guys are good. Staying safe between this heat. Well, apparently last episode we actually got our butt kicked by the Inquisitor 9000. I think we came close the last time, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if we almost had a chance to kill this creep, but I think if we try to think of a way to kill him, I don't know how it's going to go down though. I think what we're going to do, yeah, let's go ahead and take on the boss and see what happens. So last episode, so far today from last week, we did actually exploit damage to him or her, because, you know, due to this boss, it's like, can he or she be beaten inside of this arena? You know, and I'm thinking, if I do that, I don't think it'll be a problem. So, we actually got killed twice, more than 2 times at least. So we actually know what we have to kill him on. We have to be careful that we don't get killed easily, and actually know what we're doing as always. I mean, this boss was actually very close as I could tell, but like I said, I think we came a lot close than we were before. So let's see what we can do this time. So how is everyone doing tonight? Hope you guys are good in the chat.
Make some noise, you
okay, there we go.
animals.
You guys will also get IGN news coming out of the Stadia conference earlier today, so we can jump on that too. So, as you guys may know in the chat, I will be back to work tomorrow, because all I have to work tomorrow is only 7 to 12, and also 7 to 11:30. So that's going to be on Thursday, which I don't know if I'm going to be live on Thursday night, because I'm making my slated return, because my partner and I haven't had time together, or haven't had eye-to-eye with this coronavirus for the past 2 weeks, so I want to say I want to be live Thursday night, but I want to see what's going on. But I do know I'm going to be at some kind of a community place. I'm going to be at some place this Thursday, so I may have time to go live, I may not. But I'll let you guys know by tomorrow, because you guys will have another episode of BL3, and I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens. There's no promises in between of what's going to happen, but that's actually the same thing as every Thursday and Friday for what do you call it, for Final Fantasy VII Remake. But you guys are still getting new episodes every Thursday and Friday. And we're actually still doing pretty good for the extra most part. And as far as my friend's schedule so far today, all she has to do is only softball practice. Due to the social distancing, the stuff when it comes to sports coming back already. So just think it's an excellent surprise that softball is back to up and running, and you know, I'm like, what would you do if I did advertise? If I did tonight, she'll be happy. But I'm not going to make my successful return until the and of course at all today, so not necessarily.
Just like that.
All I put was a couple of images. What's up, brother Mark? How you doing tonight, brother? How was you and your DF doing? Hope all was well, my good brother. Zombie was just in here earlier today, so I'm also going to be jumping in the Fight Supremacy AAA meeting tomorrow, since I am off at 12. So I will be with I'll be with a lot of the others in the chat of the Fight Supremacy, and that is Fight Supremacy. So so I'll be jumping with them tomorrow night after 5:30. So a little before then. You see what they are going to be discussing at the same time, same point at the same time. But the guys are still getting a new episode of BL3 tomorrow as well. But it's also my point goes back to cheerleading practice tomorrow too. Oh, bad things happen today? Okay, spill the beans, buddy. Spill the baked beans. What do you got? Hopefully there's nothing more serious. Hopefully there's not anything serious that should be sadly notified or anything. We're still in the 130,000s column when it comes to spending cash on the upgrades or something a little bit different. All that good stuff. Zodiac Gate is not doing too bad on my phone. I mean, on my Switch Lite. I played a little bit earlier today, so. But yeah, Subway was not too bad. I'm not forgetting the idea. My ex-wife Della making drama on YouTube today. Oh, okay. Well, what's going on? What's going on with that? Is there anything going on with that for sure, or how did that end up going? Going at this point? Any ideas? Wait, my opponent and I never get into arguments that much when it comes to something that we don't want to do. It's like it's a cause for something, or it's on the house or something. Okay, I don't think we're going to try to grab that the last time. But if we try to kill these guys, we may have a chance. But I want to get more ammo, more than just one ammo at a time, so I can try to continue the bad influence to him. So yeah, I do go back for another 5 days for work, and then, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be live on Thursday night, because, like I said, my opponent and I haven't had time together for the past 2 weeks. So it's actually not a funny thing. But she cannot wait to see me by the time we reach Thursday. Because all I have to do is I'm off at 11:30 basically. So I don't see that being a problem at all. I don't see that being a terrible idea at all, to be honest. Right, shoot this creep. He's got nothing on his arsenal anyway.
Let me hear you scream!
Yeah, so far this morning it didn't go too bad. It's just that the connection kept on bothering the crap out of me 4 times. And I'm like, I'm already sick and tired of the connection coming to me and having some mistakes of what's going on with it, so. And I also slept in for a little while earlier today too, so. I mean, not so far tonight, but a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. We gotta make sure we don't actually get killed this time. This is actually our very first attempt from last week. If we can try to do the due time and not do the crime, guys, we'll be fine. Okay, duck down. There we go. Yeah, my love and I didn't speak to each other at all today. Not exactly. So. All I do know is she misses me a whole lot, and as good as we can grab, and, you know, it's not all too bad. But in the chat says, Nell is being rude to people with no reason. Ever since she left me for no reason, we don't talk no more. Well, at least she has her own things to worry about. You have your family to look up to, too. I mean, you already have a new ZF already, buddy. I mean, brother. That's all that matters, you know, and it's just that, well, relationships are made to last forever, either with family or with somebody that you're trying to win your heart with, you know. As long as you know what's right for them and what you have to do to win somebody's heart, you know. But my partner and I have also been together for 1,115 today, too, so far tonight. So it's still going quite well. We still haven't taken our time, so we're still doing pretty good with that, too. Let me get rid of these creeps again. Get some applause in the chat, guys. As far as my moderators go, I'm at 64 or 63. I did think about it a little more this week. I've not expanded my moderators, but I did make a couple of them from Zombie Stream. So I don't think it's actually a terrible wise idea. So I'm like, you know what? I'll add a couple more, then I'll stop. So add a little more fire to this Corpse Bride. We're actually almost at the end of this first half of this shield he has. With everything that he's got. If we can try to still put a stop to him tonight, guys, we might have a chance. No matter what happens, I cannot be set up by this 9,000 Agonizer. So, and plus the temperature today, guys, hasn't been a problem. You know, my stepson asked his mother, Della, my ex-wife, is a good person. But when she's being mood, she has to stay out of trouble. Yep, staying out of trouble. And even though most of the stuff doesn't get solved right away. But either way, brother. Remember, violence still does not solve anything.
That's it. You're fucked.
Yeah, Pokemon Series 1 won't win forever. You're right about that. But any particular reason? But either way, guys, I haven't gone back to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu for a while, so... in like a while, so... I may go back to it eventually, maybe sometime this year, but I have no plans right now since... Oh, by the way, I'll tell you something else, guys. I read a review on Ghost of Tsushima today. So that game's coming out on the 17th. And I was thinking... I mean, I'm not going to part ways with this game right now. Not until I buy Tony Hawk, but I did read a review on Ghost of Tsushima today. So Ghost of Tsushima for PS4 and Xbox One, that game itself, guys, it didn't go bad. That's the good news. But part of the good news for that, guys, is the game itself looked really good. People were actually, it's just a lot of people dived into it. From what I've seen, from what I've heard. But the game itself for PS4 and Xbox One saw a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 of Ghost of Tsushima, guys. And they will work Pokemon Season 24 next year. Don't think they will work on Pokemon Season 25. Well, I mean, Pokemon's been around for a long time, since the 1990s. So, I don't think there's any other plans afterwards. Especially with Sailor Moon Crystal and other anime. But it's for them to decide and see what they want to try to do, to be honest. I mean, Pokemon's been having a good legendary run, to be honest. But I don't have any plans of going to watch Pokemon again, for sure. Not since I was a kid, but that's why I decided to grow out of it. Afterwards.
Let me hear you scream!
Alrighty, guys, we have to shoot these parts, so the only way we're gonna have to put a stop to him is the fact that we have to nail every single thing that he's got. I mean, you look at the part that he has. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he's got some of those things hanging around him. So what we what we really want to do, guys, is we want to try to take those things off of him. He has some kind of those battery things that's inside of his chest, his arm, or his thing on him. And Wes, he doesn't have that much to hang on to either. Guys, have any questions, let me know in the chat. You guys can vote for the idol, vote for, follow me on Twitter. I'm still not hard to find, guys, so I'm not speechless when it comes to Twitter. I mean, I've been on Twitter for a while, so I say for a long time. So my stepson asks your step-nephew, my ex-wife dealt with his mother, they're famous in Pokemon series and Pokemon movies. Yeah, Pokemon is still no stranger to TV or no stranger to DVD or VHS. You guys want to catch more BL3 and catch the future ending of this? By the time I pick up Tony Hawk by the next couple months, be sure to hit that red support button, please. If you guys are new in the chat, you guys can also smash the like button, tweet it out, share a comment, guys. If you guys have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you want, anytime you like. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not the one to stop you for sure. Well, we watch our videos in full. We like the videos in full. Share them in full, tweet them out, add them to a playlist, and we are good to go. If you guys want to vote for the idol, like the question for anybody in the chat, from Zombie Gaming, was there's a lot of love, respect, and a lot of support going around as always. Which of the following two you guys think would love and nice to do for the idol? Hopefully there's an idol this year. If not, we're in trouble real quick until next year. So which of the following two you guys think we should do for the idol? Aladdin or the Greatest Showman? Aladdin's at 27. But you guys can still, you guys can follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like. It's as long as it's frequency. So since it'll be able to see the boy earlier today when I go back from Subway back to the house. So I've seen the movie plenty of times. It's funny. It's about football currently. It was the NFL preseason's not coming in for this year, not until next year, until maybe the coronavirus ends by then. But it's hopefully it does by the end of this year or by next year. So there's not that much success going in the following for it. So yeah, I see you. Know what you're doing. So don't think I cannot trust you. Jump. Wait a second, guys. He's about to jump right in. One, or maybe not. So, IGN News is brought to you by Ghost of Tsushima. You guys can get the game by the 17th of this week. But if you guys have it pre-ordered, you guys can play the game as of right now. So, you guys can check it out. I probably will buy it eventually, but I don't have any plans of buying it right now, so I might check it out, see what I think. There you go. Can we knock that one thing down off his socket? If he does not, I'll try to evaporate or operate on him as good as I can. There you go. That is 713. At least it's not in the deal and no deal case. That's for sure. Sit down, buddy. So I didn't look inside of the article for the Stadia conference. Shout out to Vanguard. How you doing? Coming out of Zombie Gaming. Nice. Okay. We're going to start with a. We're going to start with Stadia. Got announced. What it got announced. What kind of stuff that got announced, and if there's anything new that they actually announced from the conference for it. I mean, I don't pay attention to Stadia, but I think it's just one of those small systems that people can try to look at, try to see what they can try to play. But they have a lot of games for sure, so I don't see that being a responsible idea for it. I have no plans buying that system either. the PS5 is my only last system of the last hope. So that's been the only thing that's been on my mind too. So I'm not going to pay attention to Stadia. I mean, I will check out the stuff that did get announced. So that's for you guys in the chat. So I'll look at them, see what we have. But gosh dang it. Well, at least we actually would have killed him. We're gonna have a rematch with them right now. So so the stuff that got announced today, guys, is a game called Orcs Must Die 3. You guys can check out the screenshots for that. Super Bomber are online. That'll be coming out this fall of 2020. And which I have heard the Bomberman games in the past and present. Actually, Bomberman was actually a real good classic. What do you say, brother Mark? Zach brother or Sister Zine is making bad videos at people today. So did you have a talk with her, or is he going to stop doing that? One hand clapping. It's actually a 2D puzzle platformer. Stadia is also getting NBA 2K21. That's also coming out in the fall this year. Day by Daylight. That's also out for the Switch and PC so far. Players Unknown Battlegrounds Season 8. Coming on September 1st, they'll be getting Hitman 1 and 2. Hitman 3 is going to be coming in January, but not just Stadia, but PS5 and Xbox Series X. The question is, do I want to buy that? Buy the game itself? Well, that's a tough one. I mean, I'm going to be glaring at some of the big investments after I buy the console. So I'll think about it. Serious Sam 4 coming out in August of next month. Outriders coming out as well by next year. There's actually a co-op RPG shooter, so that'll be interesting. I talked to her, she doesn't care. I say Zine's sister, better care making videos at people is the wrong thing to do, and a bad positive thing to do. Exactly, yep. We also have WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I'm definitely not going to buy that this year. I mean, ever since there's no 2K21 for WWE, I have no plans of getting that either. I mean, no plans of buying that crap either. So, but I do see that getting a decent review. That I will say, but I don't see myself buying it either. So, Sekiro Settled Side Twice, former Game of the Year, pretty nice. PGA Tour 2K21 comes to Stadia on August 21st. Hello Neighbor coming out on September 20th, and then Christmas time, Hello Neighbor, Hide and Seek. And Vegeta's mother name is Queen Karen. Karine or Kari? I don't know. So those are the things that got announced for Stadia. Some of the names do ring a bell, and they look pretty good. So far, yeah, that's what I was pretty much not technically keeping my eyes glued with. But something about password share with Netflix and Disney Plus. I'm not going to worry about that. So that's everything announced for Stadia. There's also a little news about President Trump's Twitch channel. Apparently, after 2 weeks, guys, after the past 2 weeks, according to Matt T.M. Kim, President Trump's Twitch channel has been reinstated after a 2-week suspension. As reported by Business Insider, while the channel was live, previously hosted campaign rally videos, which were flagged as included. Hateful comments, especially hateful comments, have been deleted. The Twitch Insider told Business Insider, guys, and I quote, "Hateful conduct is not allowed on Twitch. In line of our policies, President Trump's channel has been issued a temporary suspension from Twitch for comments made on stream, and offending content has been removed." So basically, so yeah, yeah, his channel has been reinstated. I don't have much about that. All I know is, you know, him and Dr. Fauci still have some kind of a strong relationship. But I'm definitely not going to watch that conference for that. So that's a little bit less interesting from what I can see from it. There's also some other news today involving the fact there's also a Gears 5 Operation 4 reveal trailer for the game. The first 19 minutes of Orcs Must Die 3 for Stadia. She was carrying Saiyan mother to her sons Vegeta and his brother Terrible. They'll remember their mother. Well, it all depends who that could be. There's also X-Men. Oh, here we go. X-Men movie figures you've been waiting for have already arrived. So let's get down to it, guys. But moderators in the chat of the Iamacreator group, I'm at 64. How many likes do we have in the chat? The guys don't mind checking it out for me, please, while I continue IGN news for you guys. So how many do we have in the chat? If the moderators in the chat can tell me how many we have, that I would gratefully appreciate it a little bit. See what we have intact. Can we shoot that thing again?
All eyes on you,
2 likes? Okay, can we get up to 4 in the chat, guys? Can we get something to 4? Can we get 4 in the chat? As good as we can of the Iamacreator community. If you guys do have a Twitter, you guys can follow me and send me out and tweet me out. And I'm also going to be jumping in the zombie stream. It was going to be for this Thursday around 9 o'clock, but he actually rescheduled it. So it's going to be tomorrow, and I'm going to be pretty much tired after 12, so, plus my point is going to be getting back into, cheerleading, so, before this coronavirus ever started, so, she's going to be back to doing that tomorrow night, as far as I know. According to Jess Needon, so yeah, some of the lessons already been out for Hasbro. Oh crap. There's also 23 minutes of Death Stranding PC gameplay. 3 likes now, and taking break making Transform videos and Gundam videos. Now Vegeta's father, King Vegeta, he don't think about his wife. He's being selfish and prideful. Prideful, disrespecting, you know, could be anything for sure. But we don't disrespect each other, that's for sure, between my angel and I. Can we shoot that piece of crap, please? What's out for that saw? There you go. If we're going to try to kill him, we may as well continue to do our best the way we did it last week. Shoot it again. Shoot it again. One more. There you go. 1922. Perfect. At least SpongeBob is not saying 25 on this investment either. I'm not too surprised by that. Besides, I'm not buying SpongeBob either. Forget that case.
You've got to be kidding me.
If you're feeling down, you're not letting me kill you. So. But yeah, if you look at a game called SpongeBob Battle from Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, guys, don't buy it, don't play it. Because the game is not good. The game is not good from what I've seen. So, the graphics look okay, but it's not getting Game of the Year. There's also the top 25 PS4 games for the last 5 years. So, let's look at them, guys. So they put together a big list. So let's look at the 25, guys. So when it comes to being prideful, like me, pride can protect. But man, think about his family not being bad man. Yeah, good guy. But either way, good guys are better than the bad guys, because the main characters never die. It's like saying the Goonies never die. With basically the goodest actors that anybody can name off the bat, you know. Like I said, I've seen the Goonies plenty of times, so it's a good movie. Number 25, we have Nier Automata, an action RPG. I've never played this. I have never played that game, to be honest, but I've heard a couple good things. Number 24, Monster Hunter World. I do have a copy in the back, but I never pay attention to it. I've never gone back to playing it either, so I've got no plans going back to Monster Hunter, but a lot of people seem to like it, so congrats for them to continue to play it. So no, I have no plans going back to it at all. So I mean, I think one day I will, but no, I have no plans playing the game again. So that again. Oh, nice pickup! Wow. It's like saying the hunters lose, the good hunters win. So Monster Hunter World's not bad. The graphics seem good, but it's kind of like World of Warcraft or a different episode of Dungeons and Dragons or something. Number 23, Apex Legends. I've heard some things about it, but the gameplay itself looks okay. And plus, I'm not an Apex person. Some of you guys may play that too, but I have no plans playing that. You know what they say, brother Mark? The good hunters win, the bad hunters lose. I, for one, JD Zach Dawson of the Iamacreator community, am a pretty good hunter.
Let me hear you scream!
Shut up, 9000. You can chainsaw me anytime you'd like. I'll put you right on the spot if I continue to do so. Sorry, buddy, you're not distracting me on that. At least you're not a Child's Play thing. So that bottom part? Okay. Alright. He doesn't have that much focus on him, so I'm not going to distract him. But Apex Legends does look good. Villains can die, but not heroes. Reason good guys always win. They're stronger than bad guys. If bad guys be stronger than good guys, that won't make a difference, to be honest. No. That would not make a big size difference for most of us in chat. I know Team Rocket are villains. They used to die in Pokemon series a long time ago. But the thing about Team Rocket is they're funny. They are the bad. I mean, they're half of the time they're good guys when it comes to Pokemon movies, but 9 times out of 10, I always thought they were good as good and bad guys when it comes to the series. I thought they were actually the ones that played Team Rocket and also Meowth, they actually did a good job. They actually did real good with a lot of credit on this side. So, I think the funny one that I thought that was funny was James and Meowth. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, those two are actually funny. They know how to put on a good show when it comes to comedy. But Pokemon's made out of comedy too. But the more interesting part that people get into is Pokemon battles. Pokemon and also the gym leaders. Lieutenant Surge was okay. I mean, I thought he was funny just the way he could have been when he took on S. Kessom twice. I mean, the first time he actually took him on, he took on Lieutenant Surge, you know, he wasn't prepared. He came unprepared. He didn't feel like he was going to be ready for him. But in the end, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing for Pikachu. So Pikachu was the only starter when it comes to the lightning / electricity when it comes to the gym leader battles. Which they can be a test when it comes to the Pokemon games, but they're not bad. Number 22, Yakuza 0. I've never played that, so this is also a Sega long-running opening World Series, which I do get that, but that's a game I've never played either, so I'm definitely not touching base on that. I mean, it does look good, but that's not my style. RPGs have always been my good sin. I mean, actually, my immortality and Final Fantasy. Since I've been a big fan of RPGs for a long time, they're right down my alley. So, any RPG game I've played or I have beaten, I'll tell you the question on that, or the answer between that. Alright, nice pickup. We're back in it. Look out. Look out. Look out, pal. There you go. You've got nothing to prove, buddy. Oh, crap. Looks like he nearly speared the crap out of me with a saw. I sort of watched what I was doing. Hold on. Alright, number 21, Fortnite Battle Royale. Well, a lot of people can get into Fortnite, but I'm not a person that does not like it, so. Now my ex-wife Della, she's a Pokemon trainer. She's on Pokemon Battle since she got Mr. Mime Pokemon Season 1. Mr. Mime doesn't have any, evolved forms. That's a single credit one that he has. Well, Fortnite does have good credit, but when it comes to the PS5, I'm definitely not getting my hands on deck on that. Not even close. So I definitely am not going to allude or do any episodes for that series. I've got no plans of doing that series at all. So no plans for that. Kudos to Fortnite, and you know, we have about 3 likes. Can we jump in the 5 in the chat tonight? If we can, please. Let me go back to the list, guys. Number 20, Tetris Effect. Tetris. Tetris is actually a good franchise. I remember the first time, guys. I remember the first time I've ever played Tetris. When I was just a kid back then. I didn't know what Tetris was until the very first Tetris game became one of the 8-bit excellence, like Wheel of Fortune, like any game show you guys can think of. But the very first one that was out back in the 1980s, Brother Mike, you may know this for sure. You guys in the chat of the Iamacreator community may know this game for sure. And that was a game for the PS1. Came one of the demos. And that game was Pong, aka Ping Pong, where you have to bounce the ball in some kind of a tabletop, kind of like tennis, something like that. But Pong's been around for like over 30 years, or 30 plus years or something. But I used to play Pong. Pong was actually kind of like a big thing around here in the past. But if I were to go back to Pong, I would enjoy it, and I would stop doing what I'm doing for that. So, but Pong was good for what it was. I actually gave it an 8 out of 10, so that game was a blast. That game itself, guys, was a blast. So that's actually number 20. Number 19, Rocket League. Okay, I do know for a fact, guys, that the esports gaming for every Wednesday is going to be coming back, from what I've heard, next month. I think it's beginning of next month, but I have to see my work schedule coming in at Walmart first before I decide to do something for it. Well, Rocket League has actually been a real good thing. Well, Rocket League first began back when I was in my first or second year, but I didn't know what that game was going to be. But Rocket League is actually fun when it comes to doing career mode, season, actually franchise mode. Not nearly have anything to do with Madden, NHL, or any sporting game that's been around for a long time, since the 1990s. But you know, I've actually played plenty of Fortnite over the years, but I haven't gone back to it for a while. But Rocket League is good. It's actually a soccer game. I don't know that game, never played it for 10 years before I been watching anime. Pokemon was still my very first one, so, to be honest. Number 18, Dreams. Never played it. which is actually kind of like surfing, so I'm not interested. Number 17, 7 Remake. Speaking of that, guys, you guys will have a new episode of 7 Remake this Thursday. I mean, this Thursday or Friday. But the game itself, you guys still get new episodes every Thursday and Friday. I don't know if I'm going to do a new episode this Thursday, because I have a couple of plans that are going on after work. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it done early. Maybe let's do it over an hour and 30 minutes as always. And then I've got pizza and pop going in for supper on Thursday. So, I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for you guys, so it might make more anime shows and pizza. So we'll see what happens. One Piece, one of my peers become a big fan of One Piece over the years. That show was actually a real good classic. I've actually liked it. But Family Guy is actually one of the greatest animes that people look into. Before Mike Henry started leaving, so. But I will be anticipating Family Guy this year again, so. There's no less positive way for that, so. Can we put a stop to him, please? I don't have time for this. Thank you. Sit down, boys. I'll pull up on you on that. There you go. So I don't know, to be honest. I mean, Fortnite was a real good thing, but it was actually just a good inspiration. But 7 Remake is up for Game of the Year, from what I think. That game does have a big chance, but I wouldn't count out that game. I wouldn't count that out either. Gosh dang it. Died again. I just have to be careful, guys, just to be honest. Number 16, Overwatch. I've played a little bit. I mean, I've never got into the play of it. I mean, Overwatch is a former Game of the Year runner-up. Nominee and runner-up back, I think, a couple years ago. A lot of people were fantasizing with Overwatch. And once we are getting Overwatch 2 by next year for PS5, I don't know if I'm really going to play it. Probably not. That's a tough one. But I don't have the PS5 yet, so we'll see. Number 15, Ratchet & Clank. Now, Ratchet & Clank, I loved it. I loved Ratchet & Clank. Because Ratchet & Clank was a real good, it's actually a real good franchise. I've been the first 3. I never knew Ratchet & Clank was going to debut for PS2. Ever since my dad started playing it for the first time. Where you have alarm bags and you have some kind of a tiny robot, or a normal robot. So it was way before they became a thing when it comes to movies. Which we are but I might be trying. I am thinking about trying the second Ratchet & Clank game for going to the PS5, and that's going to be Rift Apart. I am planning on buying that and maybe putting a good opportunity for pre-ordering opportunity. Because I certainly don't think it'll be a challenge, but I do know that game's going to be really interesting. If you guys know Ratchet & Clank is really good. Friends, Up Your Arsenal was really nice. Going Commando was okay. It was during the time that Crash 3 was a thing for the PS2. Actually PS1 back then, so it was actually Crash Bandicoot Warped back in 2007, 2004. So if you guys want to ask me if I'm buying Rift Apart, yes, I am. I also remember being, Captain Quark was actually funny. He became a monkey, he became some kind of a gorilla or something like that, in Up Your Arsenal. So I've been Up Your Arsenal more than twice. But I used to, my dad and I used to play a multi for fun as father and son. and also my real sis over the years. But I've never gone back to Ratchet and Clank since I've been the remake of it. Way before, I mean, before he and I went to go see the movie. It was actually it was a real good father and son thing, so it was good, to be honest. Now I've seen 24 Pokemon movies before. Don't think they will make more of these. Those, probably not. Yeah, probably not. I think they're already getting old enough. Way too young to do that now. Number 14. Now, this is a game that I pretty much liked, and almost loved, to be honest. Loved to death for. And that would be Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead 2. Now, Red Dead 2 is actually an RPG. A shooting RPG adventurer. That game shot a 10 out of 10, but it was going to be Game of the Year, but it was too early. I mean, it was too close, but the polls were close, to be honest. And, yeah, Red Dead 2 was not bad. I think it was really good. I thought the game itself was good. Really good for what it was, and I don't know if we're actually getting a third one. I highly doubt it for the PS5, but I think it would be nice. It'd be really nice to see if they put the rest of the input, but I highly doubt they're making a third one. But if I were to go back to the second one, I would, but I have to see what the plan of that is coming to. But I would love to go back to it eventually. But I don't know as of right now, so we'll see. But with that, I really don't know. Yeah, Red Dead 2 was really interesting. Number 13, Resident Evil 2. I do have the game itself in the back on my on the PSN store. The game is good, but the game has only been out since last year, and that was actually 4 days in the month of January of 2019. By the time Kingdom Hearts 3 was released back on the 29th. So, no. Probably not. I've always thought RE2 was going to make a run for it. But then again, Death Stranding almost won Game of the Year. If it wasn't for Sekiro. But Sekiro does deserve the respect it deserves, so. There's no blowout, there's no expiration in between. Type 1 in the chat if you guys are here, please. Can we get up to 6 likes in the chat? You guys were this morning was really good. Number 12, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I've never been that. I've never been in the game for sure. But the franchise for Uncharted is really good. For what it became. But it became a thing for PS2. But, the only game on that list, the only 2 games I recognize on that list that I recognize is The Lost Legacy, and I believe Uncharted 4. Thief's End was really good, even though it did not win either. But the graphics itself was really nice. It was very nice. The way they actually explained it, of how it took a good turn. But, you know, especially if there's anything that's compared to it. Number 11. The last game that Kojima worked with back in 2019, 2018. Metal Gear Solid 5. The Phantom Pain. This was actually the last game that Kojima wanted to do. I mean, if that game didn't do quite well, a lot of people would have said goodbye to not getting a 10 out of 10. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid, Phantom Pain did really good. Shot a 10 out of 10, so it was actually kind of like the last shot of making it very, very good. And when 10 out of 10 is pretty much the maximum that IGN gives it. But Phantom Pain was really good, compared to that and Guns of the Patriots. So, you know, I played a little bit of Phantom Pain myself. It looked really good. Are you still in the chat, brother Mark? Let me know in the chat. Type 1 in the chat, guys. You guys are here. Hopefully there's no floating furniture like the you're waving inflatable I'm Family 2 man or something. Well, like I said, Metal Gear Solid's been out since PS1 back in 1999. I was only like 6 or 7 years old back then. So, Phantom Pain was phenomenal. The graphics were really nice. But if it would have gotten Game of the Year, that would have been impressive. That would have been so impressive, to be honest. Now we're coming into top 10. Number 10, Control. Control is a former nominee of Game of the Year. I've never played it. I've never read it. But I've heard a couple cool things about the game too. But yeah, guys, I've never played that either. I've never played Control. I mean, the graphics look good. I mean, they were good for what it was. But like I said, I've never had any episodes for that either, to be honest. So no. I've never played it. I probably won't. By the time I get the PS4, PS5. I mean, I may try it. I may look at it and try it, but it's like somebody wants to try it and get anything in this business. Which that's actually the master plan. That's also a different plan for anything that's worth a lot of magic, so. Like Final Fantasy 16, that's coming out next year, from what I think. Get down, get down. Don't die on me this time. Number 9, Marvel Spider-Man. Spider-Man was really good when it comes to the web slinging and the other cool stuff too. I mean, I've always thought Marvel Spider-Man was going to win. I mean, everybody thought Spider-Man was going to win, but you know. But either way, Marvel Spider-Man did really good in the graphics. I've always thought this game was going to be really good, and it did become really nice. Back when I used to play Spider-Man 2 and 3 for PS2, was those two? I mean, Spider-Man 3 was okay. The second one was a little bit challenging. 9 times out of 10. But Spider-Man is actually a good franchise too, to be honest. I mean, I liked it, but the only thing I did not like on Spider-Man 3 is how terrible review it actually got in the past for PS2 and PS3. So, I mean, the game was okay, but I didn't feel like the expectations. Number 8, The Last of Us Remastered. I did do a new episode of The Last of Us Part 2 yesterday, and it only lasted 46 minutes. And what I would have done, and I was going to do an hour and 30 minutes, but it had an error. It had an error problem afterwards. So, I mean, the game is still very most anticipating since it's been out since I picked it up. I picked it up at GameStop for PS4, so I'm still loving it. But I've never been the very first one either, compared to Ellie and most of the other main characters. Number 7, Horizon Zero Dawn, very good game. Horizon Zero Dawn was very good. Horizon Zero Dawn, I came so close to beating that, but after the machines, after 40 episodes, I just became done with that. I didn't feel like going back to the game. But I think since we're getting Horizon 2 for Ben West, guys, I'm definitely going to buy it. I'm definitely buying that as a final answer. So if you guys are getting that too, you guys should make plans for that. I'm thinking about getting it for sure. Because Horizon Zero Dawn I had my doubts on Horizon Zero Dawn in the past, so I'm like, you know what, God's thinking, I'll play it, so I can see what I think. But it's about this main character. She's beautiful, known as a hunter, and C's. I think she was hot as a main character, but you know, if my point were to be that main character, I would be her partner as always. So that's number 7. Number 6, GTA 5. GTA, I've only played online, but okay, GTA 5. I'll give you guys a concept what I think about GTA 5. Well, GTA 5, I've only had one copy of it, and that was for PS3. Only for PS3, okay? And the game itself is good, but I don't think it's ever gone Game of the Year, to be honest. So I don't think it actually gained a award for being the most favorable game. But I've seen millions of people who pay a lot of money just to play online crap. So congrats for number 6. Number 5, Persona 5. I've only did one episode of it. The graphics were good, but anytime I try to go live with the game itself, guys, the only problem with that is I couldn't hear much of anybody when it comes down to it. But yeah, that game, I've heard that game is really good. The graphics are neat since they're pretty much the opposite of anime. So yeah, that's exactly another point too. But here's the thing, guys. I'm always a big fan of anime. You guys always know I am. Always. And which they don't have that much doubts, to be honest. So, I don't have my doubts on any other investment like that. So, Persona 5's been around since 2013, 14. Between the current consoles. But, I don't think I'm gonna go back to Persona 5. But the Royal Edition, that sounds really nice too. But eventually I'll get back to it. Number 4, The Witcher 3. Witcher 3, former Game of the Year. Really good game, to be honest. Where you play some kind of a witch hunter, just like Vin Diesel. Hunts for somebody as a last witch hunter. Hunting, I think he hunts for something. I don't know what he hunts for, but I've never seen the movie either. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I do know the movie itself is good. I've heard it's good, but I've never seen it. So, I've always